Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here. Welcome to MLM Solution. Today is Freelance Friday, where we cover all things network marketing. All things network marketing are discussed here. You're going to learn stuff you'll not learn anyplace else. So with that being said, we're going to cover a lot of great information that will help you get from point A to point B sooner rather than later. So stay tuned as we do our 13th episode of Freelance Friday.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
All right, everybody. Today's Friday, August 7th, Freelance Friday. Another episode, number 13. That's hard to believe, man. 13 episodes of Freelance Friday, my favorite episodes. I enjoy the other ones, but this one here is, in fact, my favorite because I get to talk about anything. It's not a structured environment where we have to cover a particular subject. We get to cover all things, and we can kind of venture off into other things in life if we so choose, and that's awesome. So with that being said, guys, hope you are having a wonderful day today. It's good to be alive. And I hope all of you are out there trying to be as normal as possible. Do not stay home. Get out and about. Protect yourself and use common sense, guys, but get out. Don't be sitting at home getting depressed or allowing your life to just pass you by. Get out there and make things happen. Guys, I have as normal a life as you can imagine. I rarely wear my mask, okay? Now, if a store requires me to wear my mask, then I'll wear the mask to go into the store if I have to go to the store. Okay. I'm not a rebel here, but I'm using common sense. Look, my wife is a big mask wearer. She'll wear the mask just about everywhere. She won't wear it outside. She won't wear it in the car. But I mean, when she goes in the store without any hesitation, she'll do it. I will not. I've been doing that since the inception of this thing, since January. I have not gotten the virus. She has not gotten the virus. What does that tell you, right? So what I'm saying is, why is it that both of us do take totally different approaches, and yet neither one of us have the virus? Because we do the two things that we do together is sanitize ourselves. I'll sanitize up to my elbows, my keys, my wallet, my credit card when I use it. Okay, and social distancing. So, guys, what I'm saying here, I'm not telling you what to do, but don't sit at home and get depressed. Guys, go out and enjoy yourself as much as possible. Go to a picnic. Go visit someone. Keep your distance from them. Go out for a walk your dogs. Go out and throw a ball, throw a frisbee. I can say where we live, people are doing all that. They're out at the park. They're walking their dogs. They're jogging. They're playing tennis. They're doing all that stuff. Guys, you got to do that. You got to maintain as much a normal life as possible. So with that is my civil service announcement for the day. Is I care about you guys. I want you to be able to not drive yourself nuts by staying inside and isolating yourselves from society. Okay, so with that being said, today we're going to have a great episode because we're going to be talking about, as always, great things that you won't find anyplace else. We talk about subject matter. We talk about important issues in this industry that no one else will touch. Why? So that we can empower you so that you can reach your goals sooner rather than later. So with that being said, we're going to be talking about some things here that only you will understand. The reason I say that is because if you're in this business, you get the subject matter we're talking about right now. I have the windows open. You'll hear noises in the background as we go along. That's okay, right? No big deal there. So what we want to do is we want to continue to focus on the subject matter despite the noises you hear in the background. It's wonderful to have the windows open. It's almost like fall. It's awesome. So with that being said, the first thing we always talk about is what? The good, right? And what is the good? For all of you on the podcast, the good is the only business model to offer the ability to duplicate yourself. This is the only model that allows you to duplicate yourself. Think about that. Where else can you go where you can duplicate yourself? You can't do that in the entertainment industry. You can't do that in the music industry. You can't do that anyplace else. Only the network marketing business model allows you to duplicate yourself. Why is that important? Folks, if you are a go-getter, if you're going out there and you're going after your dreams through utilizing this business model, you have the ability to look for people that have the same mindset, the same work ethic, the same goals as you. And you empower them with the 5 simple steps, right? The simple things to do to make this business go, the music to the ears message, the threshold of profitability, and they're on their way. All they got to do is the same thing you're doing. What? It's hard work, just getting out there and making it happen, right? So the bottom line is you have, in essence, duplicated yourself by using the 5 simple steps, teaching them the threshold of profitability, telling them why it's important they utilize it and promote it, and also let them master the music to the ears message so it flows off their lips and attracts the high quality leads they need to make their business go. And you, like I said, have duplicated yourself, and that's awesome. That is absolutely what you're looking for. And what you want to do is have as many of those out there, as many yous as you can have out there. And let me rephrase that in a different way. I want as many Robs in my business as possible, okay? Because I know that if I do, I'm on my way. I'm putting in a great foundation where my business can just catapult to incredible heights from there. That's what you want to do, guys. So, and what are there? If I have many Robs in my organization, what are those called? Thing we talk about all the time, and that is leaders. What do we tell you the essence of the business is? Finding and working with leaders. Guys, the more leaders you have in your business, the more profitable it's going to be, the faster it's going to grow, the more stable it's going to be. I mean, there's so many positives having all these leaders in your business. Well, guess what? That's what you're doing when you are duplicating yourself. And the duplication is absolutely essential. The duplication process is absolutely essential to your success. Okay, you have to make that happen. And the way you make that happen is from day one, when you utter the first music to the ears message to your first prospect. And then when they sign up, teaching them the 5 simple steps and telling them, hey, here's the threshold of profitability. Here's the power of it. Here's why you need to do it. You want the goal, you want to reach your goals, you want to have the lifestyle and the money you've talked about. Guess what? The threshold of profitability is absolutely essential. This is why you want to use this, okay? They are on their way. They are now doing exactly what you're doing. It's that simple. Within 2 to 3 hours, you have taught your new partner how to make this business go, how to keep it simple, how profound and powerful that simplicity is, the impact that simplicity can have. That is it, guys. You threshold of probability, music to the ears message, and the 5 simple steps, and you are on your way, okay? And so is your downline. That is how duplication takes place. That's how simple it is. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Master that process. Promote that business building system, that process, and you are on your way. The only thing left is keeping your mind straight, not to get distracted. Stay positive. Keep moving forward. Take care of yourself, okay? If you do those things and apply the work ethic, you're on your way. And only you determine how far you go. Well, that's an awesome thing to know, right? You want to make sure that you have the ability to duplicate yourself. Well, you just learned how you can make that happen. So keep this in mind. Think about it. This is the only business model where you can duplicate yourself. The only one. No place else. Franchise. You say, well, Rob, franchising does that. Yes, it does. Okay. But do you realize that in the franchising environment, you're paying multi-thousands, if not multi-millions of dollars to duplicate your franchise? If you buy one franchise, I don't care what it is, it could be a oil lubing business. It could be a McDonald's. It could be a Burger King. I mean, it could be a food franchise. It could be a service franchise, whatever the case may be. It costs money to keep buying those new ones, okay? And there's a lot of intense training that goes with hiring a manager to manage your new store location and holding them accountable and making sure that everything's going well, making sure they're not ripping you off, and making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That is an intense environment. And the more you duplicate yourself, the more difficult it becomes to manage that growing massive business, and the more expensive it can get, right? And network marketing, when you duplicate yourself, is nothing more than training. It's just nothing more than your time to train them. And then you're there for them as they grow. If they need your help, they need your guidance, they need your support, you're there for them. And it doesn't cost anything to duplicate yourself, just your time and your knowledge. How powerful is that? Okay. So no place else, no other business model provides the duplication the way this one does. You have to be excited about that. That is something you should be jumping up and down about. Okay, so that's the good. It's the only business model to offer the ability to duplicate yourself. You should be excited about that. So what's the bad in today's episode? The bad, you can hurt your relationships and your job status with this business model. And you say, well, what do you mean? Here's what I'm getting at, guys. Look, you can be so focused and so motivated that you totally ignore everybody else. You're saying, man, I'm focused. This is the first time I've been this focused. I'm really motivated. I'm working my tail end off. I'm really putting in the hours. I'm really out there making things happen. And you could be. And if you and your spouse sit down when you first join a company and you tell your spouse, hey, you know what? I'm going to really be intense for the next 3 months. Please bear with me. Please work with me. Please understand. I might be a little short. I might seem like I'm mad or upset or something, but I'm not. I'm just focused, and I really want to make this happen for our family. And I just need your help and your understanding. Okay. Now that doesn't give you a license to abuse your family. Okay. I'm just saying that if you're focused, a lot of people are so focused that they don't talk much. Their personality kind of changes a little bit. They're really in this mode. They're going after it. And they're afraid. Internally, they're saying to themselves, don't stop, don't stop. You may not be able to restart, don't stop. So they may come across as a little purse, a little aggressive, okay? And to the spouse. I totally get that, okay? That's the way I get. The wife would be, well, why are you walking around so mad? I'm not walking around mad. I'm really focused. And when I'm focused, I'm quiet because I'm really focused on my next step, looking for this, looking for that. Blah, 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 blah. And so when I'm in that building mode, I'm a different person, and it's not a bad thing. Okay. It's just that when I'm focused, just like when I used to be on the football field, the basketball court, whatever the sport I was playing, man, I was totally focused. You don't even hear the fans. Every once in a while you will, but I was totally focused. I didn't say much. Why? Because once again, I was focused on what I needed to do. And I was not only thinking about what I was doing at that moment, but I was thinking about if this happens, if that happens. It's amazing in a sports environment how quickly your brain not only processes what's happening in that instant, but also what your brain is doing is almost preparing yourself, your body, for what could happen here in a split second. Hey, they could go to the right instead of the left. They could backpedal. They could turn this way or turn that way. You need to be prepared. And so not only am I in front of them, guarding them, but I'm also thinking about their next move. And I'm preparing my body to move with them, and I'm anticipating what that next move they may make will be so that I can guard them correctly. It's amazing how instantaneous that happens in milliseconds. So the point is that when I get in a mode, whether it's sports or in business, guess what? I get quiet, I get focused, and I get intense. Okay. I don't abuse anybody in any way, shape, or form. This is not me backpedaling. The bottom line is that's not the way I'm made up. Okay. The bottom line is I love people. I treat people right. But when I'm focused, then I'll be a little bit different. And when I'm focused, people say, wow, he is not talking much. He is really intense. You can look in his eyes and man, that dude is focused on whatever it is he's trying to accomplish. That is what can happen when you're going after your goals. And if you tell your spouse, hey, over the next 90 days, I'm really going to be focused. I'm really going to be putting in the hours. I'm really going to be putting in the effort. I need your understanding. I need your support because I'm doing this for the family. Here's what the result can be for all of us. Will you offer that support? Okay. And so hopefully your spouse says, yes, I get it. I'm willing to do that. You just make sure that you take the time to be with us. Make sure you take the time, be nice, just be yourself when you deal with us. And, if we can't see you as much as we usually do, that's okay. We get it. Guys, I've heard those stories many, many times in network marketing. I was single when I built my network marketing businesses. And the bottom line is that I didn't have to deal with that, but I saw many families handle it both the right way and the wrong way. And what the bad is that you can hurt your relationships and your job status by being too intense and being too hyper, if you will, and really kind of losing all sense of reality. There's nothing wrong with having a commitment to the business building process, having a commitment to the 90 days, and nothing wrong with being focused. But once again, that does not give you a license to snap at your spouse on a regular basis, to snap at your children, to not support them, to not talk to them. You need to step back. Give your business 3 to 4 hours a day of intense activity and focus, but then step back, take a deep breath, and say, okay, the business building process is over. I'm going to go spend time with the wife, the husband, and the kids. And that's what you should do. And when you do, you should be your normal self, and you should spend quality time with them. Okay. And when you're with your family, don't be thinking about, oh, I need to get back to the business building process. Oh, I need to get back over there. Because then your spouse is going to pick up, hey, you're not here with us mentally. What's wrong? Oh, I'm thinking about what I need to do when I get back over. Or, hey, I shouldn't have quit. I should be in there building more. I should be going after. I really should. And now your spouse is really going to get upset. They may not say anything at that moment. They're really going to get upset because of the fact that you're not taking the time to enjoy their presence. You're not focusing on them. You are still in the business mode. You're still in the building mode. And that's going to cause resentment towards you for being that way and towards the business, because now the business is starting to take over your whole personality. You don't want that. That is a bad thing to let happen. What you have to do is you have to make sure that when you step away, that you go back to your regular self and that you treat your family with respect, that you actually enjoy the time you're spending with them. You need to go out to the movies. You need to go out for a walk. You need to go to the park, whatever the case may be, so that you're totally focused on them. And when you call it an evening, when you're done with the business building process, it needs to be over. Okay. You don't need to be out there once again when everybody goes to bed and staying up all hours of the night. Because then when you go to work the next day, you need to give work. They're paying you 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and they deserve your total attention, your total effort. They deserve for you to use your ability to make a difference at work. That's what they're paying you for. That's why they hired you. You don't want your network marketing business to bleed over into the work environment to where it's going to affect your job status, your stability at work, and your reputation at work. Don't do that. Guys, give your business the hours that you can give it. Be intense about it. Be focused about it. Be aggressive about it. But when you put in those 3 or 4 hours, you've got to step away, not only for your family and for yourself to maintain your health, but keep your job the same way. You cannot lose your job. Don't put your job in jeopardy. You can build this business in an aggressive manner while still maintaining your job and your family. I've seen too many families torn apart because of this business. I've seen too many people lose their jobs over this business. That is the wrong thing to do. You don't want that to happen, okay? So with that being said, guys, realize that you have a situation where you need to sit down and evaluate yourself as you're building your business to make sure, and you need to monitor yourself to make sure that you're doing the right things, okay? That make sure that you are, in fact, paying attention to the family, giving them quality time. Make sure you're giving your job the total effort that you bring to them every day prior to you joining the business. You want to make sure that they can even tell the difference. You never want them to know that you're doing something on the side. You're not ashamed of network marketing, but a company does not want a divided person, especially if you're up higher in the ranks. Okay, they want your total attention, your total commitment, your total focus. And they're paying you big money more times than not. If you're higher up in the company, they're paying you big money or good money for you to give them the things they need in order for the business to operate correctly, okay? And you as a professional, you need to step up and give them what they're paying you for, okay? But when you go home, you can start building your business. And remember, there's an episode called Build from the Outside In, Not the Inside Out. And what that means is do not prospect people at work. That can be a major, major issue at work if you do. Guys, don't do it. Go to work, be as normal as you've always been, give the company their time, make sure you do it just like you've always done it. Don't talk to people at work about network marketing. And if people get some kind of sense, your peers, your the people you're in charge of, if they get some sense that you are doing something different, and they come up and say, hey, it seems like, or I've heard that you're doing a side business, guys, tell them, hey, this is not the place to discuss that. Number one, it's my personal life. And number two, I'm at work. I'm totally focused on work. I don't talk about my hobbies. I don't talk about anything else that I do at home, at work. I'm here to do my job. Make sure you deflect that right away. Do not allow somebody to put you on the spot, okay, about you potentially doing something on the side. It's not because you're ashamed of what you're doing. It's not because you're ashamed that it's called network marketing. It's because you do not want that to interfere in your job. You don't want somebody with a preconceived idea about what they think about this business model or this industry to taint your reputation at work. You've worked too hard to have a great job and a great life through that job, and you don't want to jeopardize by somebody just going out and kind of, you know how rumors are at work. You don't want that to happen. You want to make sure that you continue to maintain your reputation, and the way you can deflect that is just say, look, you know what, my personal life is my personal life, whether no matter what hobbies I'm doing, and no matter how I spend my time with my family, whatever I'm doing, you know, I want to keep my private life private. I want to come to work and do my job. And I don't want to talk about that stuff. And that is a polite, professional way to nip that in the bud right away. Don't give them any satisfaction whatsoever about you, what you're doing in, business wise on the side. Okay. It's not you're hiding anything. It's not that you're sidestepping their question. They don't have a right to question what you're doing with your personal time. Okay. And even if your boss asks, you can say, well, I have a life that I've always had. Okay. And I have hobbies and I do this, and that, and I continue to do this and that. And I keep my private life private. And your boss really can't put you on the spot to get an answer. That's something you're going to have to decide. Okay. I've gone through that, believe me. And I did exactly what I'm telling you guys now. Saying, you know what, my private life's my private life. With my hobbies and everything else and my travel, it doesn't affect my work. I come in and I do exactly what you guys want me to do. Matter of fact, I go above and beyond, because I always believed that if I went above and beyond, that took away any questions or about my commitment to the company, about my commitment to work ethic. So if I went above and beyond what they asked me to do, I was always in the clear. I was always able to step up and say, hey, am I not only doing my job, but am I not doing that extra mile? Okay, so how could you question my commitment? Regardless of what I'm doing with my personal time, if I'm not doing anything illegal, it doesn't matter what I'm doing with my personal time. So that's how I handled it. Hopefully that helps you understand what's going on. That's the bad. You can hurt your relationship and your job status if you don't handle this business model correctly. And if somebody comes up to you at work and questions you about what you're doing, just politely deflect it and be nice about it. If you're rude, short, and pert, they're going to say, oh, I hit a nerve. I must be right. And then they'll go out, whether it's true or not, and say, hey, guess what Rob's doing? He's doing something on the side. I heard he was doing network marketing, or I heard that he was building a skyscraper, or I heard he was building a plane in his basement. Yep, that's it. Because I asked him, hey, I heard you were doing something, and boy, he got all pissed off and he got all upset. Okay. And he got real quiet. So guess what? Just politely, hey, you know what? I don't ask you about your personal life. I don't appreciate you asking me about mine. I have nothing going on that you need to know about. My life is as normal as it's always been. And I don't bring my personal life into work. and vice versa. I don't take work to home. Ta-da, there you go. All right. So that's the bad. Guys, don't hurt your relationship. Don't hurt your job status. Okay? Don't do it. That's bad news. Okay. So the ugly. This is our third thing here, the ugly. So what is the ugly for today's episode? You could lose your job, your family, and if you're not careful, you could end up filing for bankruptcy because you did not do the right things. Guys, that's ugly of this industry. As I said, I've seen people do it. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate the little, if you would like, give a thumbs up as well. I really appreciate the comments and everything. You guys are awesome. But anyway, the point is that you don't want to lose your job and your family and have to end up filing bankruptcy because of your attitude or because of the fact that you got too intense and you pushed everybody you love away and you ended up spending money you shouldn't have spent. Okay. Look, you don't want to do that. If you need to take a step back and regather yourself, that's what you need to do. Okay. If you're getting too intense and if you know inside that you're not paying attention to the family, that you're not doing the right things, that you're being too aggressive with your family, you're shutting them out, you're not spending quality time with them, those are the people that love you. Those are the people you're trying to build a life with, okay? I can tell you from personal experience, look, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have people around you that you love and care about, want to share life with, you're really a lonesome and miserable person, okay? Look, I enjoy being alone. I like who I am as a person, but I still love people. I still like getting out. I like going to dinner with them. I like going to supper with them. I like doing things with them. You should do the same thing. But if you're going to be a butthead about this business because you're so intense and you're so focused, guess what? That is going to cause issues and you're going to end up losing your job. If this is making sense, if you guys like the information, please give us a thumbs up. Please let us know. People are doing that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comments as well as the little emojis, I guess they're called. And Marie's not here today. I meant to tell you guys that. Hold on, I'm replying. Okay, so the thing is that Marie is gone today. I meant to tell you guys that when we started, she's traveling again. Here I am, well into the episode, and I forgot to tell you guys. You're probably thinking, where's Marie? Yeah, she's traveling. I meant to tell you guys that. Man, I'm terrible at this. All right, so anyways, back to what we were talking about. Guys, I've seen too many people lose their families. As sad as it is, it broke my heart. I've seen too many people lose their jobs. They got fired because they carried their business to work with them. They were tired. They were worn out. They weren't focused. They did not have the energy. The whole personality changed. The company realized that they were becoming a liability instead of an asset, that their attitude and their personality was permeating throughout the business and was affecting people in a negative way. People were starting to complain. Okay? Guys, don't do that. That's what I just talked about in the bad part, okay, is don't do those things. Go to work and do what you've always done. It's not hard. You don't have to become Mr. Was it Jekyll and Hyde, okay? Was it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Is that what it is? It's been so long since I've read that story. But guys, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be two different people. Be yourself. What's wrong with just being intense and focused when you're building a business and then stepping back and being yourself? That's an easy thing to do. Okay. You don't have to change your whole personality. Look, if you lose your job, you're going to be without income. If you're without income, how are you going to support your family? As I told you, we got people doing some things around here. I got the windows open and I apologize. I did not realize. I don't know what's going on here. Let me close the window. Yeah, that didn't help much, did it? Sorry about that, guys. They're right outside the window here. I have no idea what they're doing. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Anyway, you will push your family away if you can't support them. Your wife's going to say, or your husband's going to say, hey, who are you? I don't even know who this person is anymore. You're not able to support us financially. You're not there for us emotionally. You're a totally different person. You're not fun to be around. This business has ruined you, and you don't want that to happen. Okay? And if you lose your job, and not only you're not able to support your family, but you may lose your home, you may lose your car, you may have to file bankruptcy and lose all that and start over. Who wants to do that? That's crazy, guys. You do not want to go through that. So you got to be careful on what you're doing here. You got to be careful on your mentality. You got to be careful about your approach towards this business, because if you allow yourself to get out of control, you are going to have some bad experiences with the network marketing business model. And this is part of the reason that that the industry has the reputation it does, is because people hear these stories and they see these things themselves. They say, oh my gosh, did you see what Tommy did? He lost his family. He lost his job. He ended up filing his bankruptcy, lost his home and cars, all because he was pursuing this quote unquote lifestyle in this network marketing thing. Okay. And that happens a lot, guys. You cannot allow that to happen in your life. So this is an important episode. This is information people won't talk about. I don't know why. Why will people not address real life issues? Why do they run in the corner and hide? Why do they not tell you these things? Okay. They really want you to go out there and build a business. They want you to be focused. They want you to go out there and just tear it up, man. Rob, just go out there and cause a mess and just build this thing over the next 90 days. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my microphone here. I've moved my microphone to a different location and I keep hitting it. But the thing is that you're in a situation where you are going to be in a bad place if you allow yourself to get caught up in the emotions. That you should be excited when you run into a new company that's going to give you the opportunity to change your life. That should happen. You should get excited. But guys, here's the thing. You have to realize that even though you're excited and you're chomping at the bit to get started, you have to realize that you need to maintain your enthusiasm and level it off and channel that enthusiasm into a work ethic and a focus for a short period of time, 3 to 4 hours a day, whatever hours you can give it. You can give it 8 hours, that's cool. Treat it like a job, get out there, do 8 hours. But when that 8 hours is over, step away and be with the family. Okay, I do that with the wife. Okay, I used to put in a lot of hours. And you know what? I don't do that anymore. I step away about 6, 7 o'clock at night, and sometimes sooner than that, sometimes 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And here's the thing. I totally spend time with her. We talk, we sit together, we watch TV, we go here, we go there, we go for a walk. We do a lot of things, okay, to support each other. And she realizes my commitment to not only my business, but you guys as well. So there you go. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You have it all right here. You can't learn this stuff anyplace else. The good, let's recap real quick. And as you can tell, they stopped a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, here's the thing. Here's the good. This is the only business model to offer the ability to duplicate yourself. That is flipping awesome. No place else can you get it. We talked about that. Not even franchising offers you all the wonderful benefits of this business model as far as duplication goes. Okay. You don't have the cost. You don't have the intense training. You don't have to manage it and oversee it like you do with a franchise. This here, within the first day, you should have a new partner trained properly so they know exactly what to do, and the duplication process starts immediately. Okay, the bad. We talked about the bad. You can hurt your relationship and your job status. We talked about how not to do that. Don't do that. We don't want you to lose your job or your family, okay? So don't do that. And the ugly is, there are people that are so focused, so intense that they lose all sense of reality, and they lose their ability to use the common sense God gave them to step back and say, hey, you're going too fast, you're going too hard, you're ignoring the people you love, and you're going to lose your job. That's the ugly part. We have seen people, I personally witnessed it many times, where people have lost their job, their family, and had to file for bankruptcy. Do not do that to yourself. Maintain an even keel when you're building your business. Turn on and turn off. I have the ability to do it. I'm telling you, you can do it too. Okay. Turn on and then turn off. And you just sit down and you just say, hey, here's the hours I can give to the business. I'm going to be intense. And you let your spouse know, hey, I'm going to close the door in the office. I'm going to be on the phone and I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to be on the computer and I'm going to go crazy for the next 3 or 4 hours. And then when you get done with 3 or 4 hours, turn the computer and everything off, walk away, and then go and spend time with the family. Keep the even keel. Keep your life as normal as possible while building your business. Okay, so if you liked what you heard here, guys, please give us a thumbs up. If you like what you hear and understand the points we're making, and if you do that, thank you very much. You guys already had given me some emojis, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. And if you will, visit our website, themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. You guys have been going to the website. I'm so grateful for that. And if you want to find us on any social media platform, hashtag the MLM Solution, hashtag the MLM Solution will allow you to find us on those various platforms, okay? And finally, if you will, please share, like, and comment on our various social media platforms. And if you will, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, register for the notifications too. You can do that by hitting the little bell twice, and you can hit the subscribe button, and that will give you, or that will subscribe you to our YouTube channel. All right, guys, thank you so much for today's short episode, but that's the way we like it, right? We want them to be short and sweet and powerful. Today was certainly that. Thank you guys for being here. Thank all of you for your comments. Thank you guys for the emojis. I'm so grateful for that, and I'm glad you like the content. So with that being said, I'm going to hop off here Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please don't forget, and please share our channels and our information with our fellow network marketers across the world. Please let them know that every Monday through Friday, we have live broadcast at 11 a.m. on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And again, they can find us by using the hashtag TheMLM Solution. With that, we're going to hop off of here. And once again, I'm sorry for the background noise. I had no idea these guys were going to do this. Take care, guys.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.